Welcome to lecture 2. In this lecture we will see what is the VEX microcontroller and which programming language we are going to use for programming the VEX robot, and then we will see how to write a small robot C program and installing the robot C for VEX. So when you see here, this is the VEX microcontroller, like which can have here the USB stick which is connected to the microcontroller. Besides the USB sticks, you will see different types of ports over here. So these are some ports you have, and here you have some more ports are there. So as we discussed in the last lecture, we have digital and analog sensors which will be used, and they said we have motors which are going to be used for the VEX robot. So these ports are used for the motors to connect to the motors, and these are the ports which are used for the sensors. So if you see here briefly, here the A, B and the C. Suppose if you say in the detail A, ground main battery voltage, here ground main battery voltage is there. So which is like here this part A is used to connect to the motors. So we can use maximum up to 10 motors we can connect here. So two types of motors will be there. One is the two wire motors are there, and then 3 wire motors are there. So here we are going to use in this case 2 wire motors here and here, and the remaining ports we can use the 3 wire motors. Totally it comes up to 10. Then if you go to the section B, like here detail in the section B, you have ground voltage and data in and data out, which can be used for different type of sensors. And here also you have some more ports over here, so which can be used for another type of sensors, like as we discussed in the previous lecture, like digital and analog sensors we can be used. And here this is the interface, USB interface, which has been plugged here. You can see this is the VEXnet USB interface, which can be used to communicate with the robot using the remote. Okay, now when you see the outside of the another side of the microcontroller, here you can see the battery connector, and here you have RX1 and RX2, two ports are there, and here you have a small battery port which can be used for the backup battery. So suppose in the competition we are going to use one battery, that is 7.2 voltage battery. Even sometimes we need extra power, and so there will be a backup battery available which can be connected to this port, backup battery. Now coming, this power interface is used to connect to the battery. So now this VEX microcontroller basically is used for programming using robot C. Now when you see here in the next slide, let us say this is our VEX microcontroller, and it contains a robot C compiler is there, which is going to compile the robot C program, whatever we are writing over here. Another part inside you have the motor controller will be there, which is going to control the motors which are connected to the VEX microcontroller. So let us say if we write a small program, if you see here, this is a small program which is written in robot C, which is going to the robot C compiler. Once it is compiled, robot C compiler is going to give the machine code. That machine code will be installed onto the microcontroller. Then the machine code will be understandable by the microcontroller, which is going to navigate using that machine control. The robot will be working. This is about the robot microcontroller used in the VEX. Now we'll go to the further, we'll go to installing the robot C for the VEX. So as you see here, I have already downloaded the robot C virtual world, which you can find from, I will provide this in the YouTube link download. You can just click it and you can provide. So once you can get them, so once you get this one, you are going to click it, double click it, and it is going to install the robot C virtual world on your PC. So just wait for some time. Meanwhile it is installing, I will just like to say that the microcontroller you have, which is used to connect the various sensors and the motors, which is going to understand the robot C programming. The robot C is very easy to understand. It is like similarly it is like C already, which you studied in your previous levels using the same command, but here fully it's a functional programming. It's no need to like have some pointers, some object oriented things or something like that. So once it is startup, you will click next, then accept the license agreement. Wherever you can choose the location, or you can change the location. So just you install it. Once you install it, you are going to get the Robot C IDE for Vex 4.x. So once you get that IDE, in that IDE we are going to use this IDE for writing the Robot C programs. So once you write the program, we are going to transfer the program to the microcontroller. So that program will be running on the microcontroller, and according to the program, microcontroller will be behaved. So one by one lectures we are going to discuss about deeply in about the Robot C, but presently today just we are going to discuss about how to install the Robot C. And I will just, once the installation is done, I will try to explain the basic interface of the Robot C, like how to start up, and there are some basic programs are there already which are coming with the Robot C. So that programs we can see here, and we can open them and we can run them. As we discussed in the